So I made a post calling out the Birdman over the lawsuit situation with KinoFlex. From my perspective at the time, I thought Birdman was suing him over movie opinions. After someone I shouted out reached out and explained more of the context, I decided to look into it myself instead of just running with the assumptions. Here's what I found. It all started when KinoFlex tweeted that Birdman supported the death of Charlie Kirk and he takes things out of context, so I went to watch Birdman's Charlie Kirk video in full. And I'll say this clearly, Birdman did not say he supported Charlie Kirk's death.
A couple of days after Kirk's death, I was doing a stream with my best friend, and the question of whether I thought Kirk deserved to die came up, and this is what I said.
Did I think Charlie Kirk deserved to die? I don't think. I mean, I think we all believe that certain people deserve to die. Like, for example, if, Mao, Pol Pot, Hitler, those guys were in front of you, and then there's a choice that you can make. You could press a button and they would die. I think we would all press that button. There are certain people that just we would agree. So I don't think the blanket statement of nobody deserves to die is accurate. Specifically about Charlie Kirk, I wouldn't have killed him. That's just as much hate as he has for black people. I personally wouldn't have killed him. But I'm not gonna be sad that the nigga's dead. Not even a tear. Okay, but no, I'm not gonna say that I wanted the nigga to die. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a little too far for me personally. But there are absolutely people that deserve to die in this plane of existence, or have deserved to die. I'm not just gonna say that Charlie Kirk was necessarily one of them.
His wording was harsh, sure, but he explicitly said he wouldn't have killed him, and didn't say he wanted him to die, so framing it as him supporting the death isn't accurate. However, I do think there are separate criticisms that are more valid. In that same Kurt video, Birdman shows a long clip where Kurt wasn't just talking about the justice system, but also mocking it and what he sees as a double standard within it. Even with that context added, Birdman still frames it as promoting political violence. That's where I disagree. Criticizing or mocking the system, even aggressively, isn't the same thing as calling for violence. If we're going to label something as political violence, it needs to clearly meet that threshold. There was also another video about gun control where Birdman described Kirk's lyrics as spreading political violence. I personally don't agree with Kirk's stance on gun control, but calling it as political violence is a serious accusation. Now, I still believe Birdman to take things out of context in certain situations. That criticism stands, but saying he supports someone's death crosses into something more serious. I don't like the Birdman. I made it clear about that. I think he operates in bad faith when it comes to movie discourse. But spreading a false claim about someone endorsing death is not something I support. If we're going to criticize people, we need to criticize them for what they actually said, not exaggerations. And honestly, this is why I said before, I support Kino's movie reviews and criticism, but I don't automatically support his actions or behavior. There's a difference. Also, I want to say this since I'm criticizing both Kino and Birdman. I find it really messed up that Kino made fun of Nicole Goods, who was shot and killed by an ICE agent. That's not something to joke about. I generally believe this situation should not have ended the way it did. Nicole should have followed the instructions and shouldn't have hit the agent. That was wrong. But I also don't agree with her being shot. The agent should have focused on his injured partner and called her back up to arrest her. Yes, she did commit a crime, but she did not deserve to die. So in short, no, Birdman never claimed that Charlie Kirk deserved to die. Anyways, I hope this clears things up and hopefully I won't make the same mistake again. This is Kyoji the Green Kaijin, signing out. I'll see you greenies later.